Hello everyone, hope you had a good day so far. So this video is going to be just going over the final day of Q-School, day 4. Q-School is done, so first half of the video is going to be going over day 4 of Q-School and who got through and blah 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 blah. And the second half of the video is going to be having a general roundup of all of Q-School, going over the highest averages, the most 180s, the total 180s, things like that, just to see how many were hit and that sort of thing. So let's get into the video. First half, let's talk about the UK day 4. But before that, let's run the intro. Let's get into it. Okay, so day 4 in the UK Q-School, we saw Nick Kenny and Scott Waits, 2 of the BDO players, come over from the BDO World Championships this year. Both got their tour cards today, which was awesome to see. Really, really good. So that's basically it. Let's have a look at the highest averages of the day. So if we go largest to smallest, the highest average of the day, both 2 averages today, the highest averages were Nick Kenny twice. So he had a 110.5, 104.6. He had, and then after that, there are a few 100+ averages. There are lots of 100.2 averages, and then a couple of 101 averages. So let's have a look at what the lowest, the highest losing averages were. Jim Williams had a losing average against Nick Kenny of 102.2. Dave Prinz 100.7. Scott Mitchell lost today to Scott Waits with a 100 average. Scott Waits averaged 99.3 in that. So it's a pretty decent day. Let's have a look at the 180s today. So the highest average of the day was Jim Williams, even though he didn't win or didn't get a tour card or anything like that. He had the highest average of today. He had 5 180s. So let's have a look at who had the most 180s of the day. So Nick Kenny had the most 180s of the day. He averaged 95.14 throughout the whole day as well. Got himself a tour card. So it's fair enough that he made it up there. Adam Hunt, he secured himself a tour card today as well. 16 180s. Scott Mitchell with 12 180s. Scott Waits. Few people there on 11 and 10 plus. So yeah, total 180s for the day in the UK Q-School for day 4 was 864, which is quite a lot in my opinion. I think that's quite a decent amount of 180s hit today. So well done to everyone today. Next on is going to be the rest of the world Q-School that happened today. So Stefan Sipman, I think I said that wrong. I probably have said it wrong. I might have said it right, you never know. He qualified today, beating Wesley Harms in the final. So again, averages. What was the highest average of the day? Cody Harris and Zoran Lurchbacher both had 104.4 averages today in 5-0 victories as well. One of them beat Daniel Larson as well, who got qualified today as well. So Stefan, he had 101.6. Wesley Harms had 100 average. So there's a few good averages in there. Let's have a look at see what the highest losing average was. So Danny Van Tripp, 94.5. He lost 5-1 with a 94.5. Gutted. But yeah, there's a few new losing 90 averages in there as well. Wesley Harms in the final had a 90. But yeah, so next up, the 180s. So Cody Harris had the highest average on the day, the highest running average today, 91.95. Zoran Lurchbacher, then Jimi Hendrix. Let's see. Wesley Harms was 5th, I think, 5th in the averages. He averaged 89.84 today. Let's have a look at 180s. So who had the most 180s? Dirk van Duvenbode today, 15 180s. The winner, Stefan, he had 13. Gino Voss had 12. Wesley Harms had 10. So there are a few 180s today. 417 to be exact on the rest of the world Q-School. So that's a decent amount. But this is what you guys want to know. It is going to be who qualified for Q-School, who got their tour cards. So that's what we're going to be going into next. So let's have a look at what we have got. Before I get into that, I'm just going to go over the highest averages of all week. So this is a list of all of the matches that happened. Actually, if I go down, I'll be able to tell you how many matches there were in total. That might be an interesting statistic. Let's have a look. 3,174 total matches in Q-School, which is nuts. Lots of games of darts. But sort it highest to lowest. So the highest average of Q-School 2020 was Damon Heater, 113.2 in his victory over Jeff Smith. Decent. And then today's winning average, by the way, Nick Kenny's 110.5 was to win himself a tour card, by the way. So How you pull that out of the bag, I have no idea. 109 from Christoph, 109 again from Martin Clearman. There are a good few 100+ averages. Let's see how many 100+ averages there were. 56. 4,600+ winning averages. Let's have a look at the highest losing averages as well. So Wesley Harms had the highest losing average of 105.1. Jim Williams again today 102.2. So there were 6. There were 6 losing averages of 100 or more over the entire Winx Q-School. I thought that was quite interesting. But this is what we want to find out: who got tour cards. Okay, so. This is at the moment. This is ranked by the most, like the highest 3-dot average of all competitions put together. So Jason Lowe qualified on the first day. He had the highest average of every single person who played, but he only played one day, so that's probably why it's so much higher. 94.49 was his average over the day, and he qualified on the first day. Kai Fang Leong, probably said his name wrong. Second, Scott Mitchell. Now this is when it gets interesting. Okay, we have got. How many players? 4 players here. None of them got tour cards, but they had running averages of 93.5, 92, 91.5, 91, which is quite surprising in my opinion that they didn't get tour cards, but that's just the way the draw goes. It's interesting, isn't it, really? Let's have a look at who had the most 180s over the time. See, the 180s is kind of like makes sense to who won tour cards. I guess 180s win tour cards apparently. But Dirk van Duvenbode had the most 180s of the week. He had 45. Ryan Murray had 41. Damon Heater had 38. Alan Tabman 34. Nick Canny 30. Adam Hunt 33. So there you go. That's all the 180s there. But who got tour cards? So if I take out all of the blanks, then we see who got the tour cards. So if I sort this again this way, so the tour cards are all here. The people who won the tour cards. Let's have a look. Jeff Smith only hit 8 180s and managed to get himself a tour card over the week. Harold Lessinger again only hit 8 180s but got himself a tour card. Let's have a look. If I scroll down, Aaron Beanie. Okay, so this is what a lot of people have been talking about on Twitter and stuff. He averaged 79.57 over the 3 days that he played because he qualified on the third day. And he got a tour card with an under an 80 average. Steve Brown as well finished on an 84.29 average and managed to get himself a tour card. Lisa Ashton, that's who I want to talk about for a little bit. Is Lisa Ashton? I am so happy that she got herself a tour card. So she's finished quite low down in the averages for people who got tour cards. Hit herself 2180s over the 4 days, which is decent. And yeah, got herself a tour card. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to see how Lisa Ashton gets on on the Pro Tours and entering European Tour events and stuff. I just can't wait. I think it's going to be such good for the sport. I'm very happy that at least one of the girls done it. That's what I'm happy about. Is one of the girls done it, and I think, in my opinion, I would have preferred it to be Lisa anyway. So yeah, so that is the stats. There were a total of 5,321 180s in the entire Q-School over both events, over the rest of the World Q-School and over the UK Q-School. And yeah, so really, really impressive week of darts. I think the averages this year are slightly better than they were last year, in my opinion. The only average that was lower than the lowest average from last year was Aaron Beanie's, but who cares? He got through anyway. And yeah, so we get to see Alan Tabban come back to the tour. Ryan Murray comes back on the tour. William Borland, I've never seen him before, but I see his name pop up in the youth stuff, so it's nice to see him get a tour card. We've got Martin Atkins is back on the Pro Tour as well. Darren Penhall, I don't think I've ever heard of Darren Penhall, but he qualified today in, I think, 11th position, so well done to him. Adam Hunt is back. I'm looking forward to seeing Wesley Harms play on the Pro Tour as well. See what he can do, because he's had a crack at it a few times and never got in. So that'd be cool to see him do that. Scott Waits, he is someone who a few years ago said that he was basically made a joke saying, "Who are the PDC?" And he's got himself a tour card. So I guess you're gonna have to find out who the PDC are now, Scott. Mike DeDecker back on the Pro Tour. That'd be cool. Nick Kenny and Jeff Smith. I'm looking forward to both of these playing on the Pro Tour and in the PDC events. Nick, because he had a really, really good year on the BDO. Didn't have the best World Championships, but he did have a good year in general. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on. He averaged just over 90 for the whole week. So well done to him. And then also, yeah, Kai Fan Leung. Never heard of him before this week. And he's had some of the best averages of the week. He got himself the tour card on the second day. 23 180s, 93.5 average over the course of 2 days, which is like good. So yeah, but anyway, guys, that is the video. If you want to pause at any point to find out any of these statistics, then go for it. Pause the video, have a look. That's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below who you're most pleased to see get a tour card. For me, it's Steve Brown and Lisa Ashton. Let me know who you think, who you're most pleased about to get a tour card. And yeah, what do you think about 5,321 and 12 180s as well? I didn't expect it to be that high, I must admit. 8 tournaments, that's a lot. That's a lot of 180s for 8 tournaments, in my opinion. But guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like on it if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are brand new. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.